Hello, Sacred Soul Sisters. It is my absolute highest honor and pleasure to invite you to come and join me on Saturday, August 31st, on my birthday, for a very special womb Kriyas ceremony where we're going to be celebrating my birthday and the first day of my Sacred Secretion Rebirth in a practice that my soul came here to birth, which is remembering how to rebirth ourselves from our trauma self, our lower state of consciousness, from our lower Garden of Eden into our higher self, our higher state of consciousness, into our higher Garden of Eden. And this Saturday's theme is a coming together full circle of this month's theme, which has been transmuting anger. And looking back, I gave birth to womb Kriyas out of anger and frustration for spending my entire life looking externally for what I found right here inside my womb that was awaiting me all along. And due to somatophobia, fear of the body, I wasn't fully in my body on this journey of transmuting all those stored, stuck energies from past traumas in my womb. And I felt stuck, and that's really what I was angry and frustrated at myself for feeling so stuck, but not knowing how to unstick myself. Until cannabis guided me into this practice called womb Kriyas with these bands that literally mimicked that feeling of stuckness that I felt in my fascia, in my body, as though I was living in a straitjacket and I just needed to wiggle myself free. And you know, there's a lot of talk about Mother Earth being a prison planet, and we're imprisoned here by this external oppressor. Well, I'm gonna break the news to you. We live on a paradise planet. Our body is our prison. And it's not meant to be that way, not at all. But your fascia is the sacred record keeper of every memory of your soul. Good, bad, ugly, pleasurable, painful, all soul memories are stored in your fascia. All of those memories from unhealed traumas, abuse, self-sabotage, self-judgment, fear, the list goes on and on and on. All of those stuck energies are stored in our fascia. Well, let me take you down this dragon hole. 1 square inch of restricted fascia is equivalent to 2,000 pounds of pressure, squeezing and compressing your blood vessels, your lymphatic channels, your Shakti channels, your bones, your nerves. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of compression. So no wonder I was feeling like I'm living in a straitjacket. Now, you may not be able to fully comprehend what 2,000 pounds of pressure feels like on 1 square inch of your body. So allow me to put it into perspective for you. The average human body is between 15 to 20 square feet, which translates to be 2,160 to 2,880 square inches, which translates to be 4,320 horses standing on your entire body to 5,760 horses, depending where you're at and how many square inches of skin, of fascia that you have. 4,000 to 5,000 horses standing on our bodies. No wonder we are dis-eased. No wonder we are disembodied. No wonder we are disconnected. No wonder we live in delusion. No wonder we are divorced between mind and body, masculine and feminine, between male, female dynamic relationships, all other relationships as well. We're divorced, we're disconnected, disembodied, we disassociate. We're not living in divine union, that marriage between mind and body, masculine and feminine, which is then mirrored externally. So out of this anger and frustration for being stuck, I gave birth to these practices called womb Kriyas. And on Saturday, I am going to guide you on a journey into and through the collective womb, to bring forth all the collective anger, Because if you're not aware of what's going on Mother Earth's body, which is the macrocosm, we are the microcosm, we are mirrors of one another. So all the raping, the pillaging, the abusing, the genocides, the sex trafficking, the pedophilia, the genital mutilation, the toxic tampons and pads and sex toys, hormone replacement therapy, anything involving the womb is painful, a shame, sin, traumatic births, giving birth on your back, no rites of passages, shitty sex education. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So there's a lot of anger for our divine sexuality being oppressed. And coming full circle, we are the only ones who have the power to oppress our sexuality, the sacred power of our womb. We are the only ones who can oppress that power that lives within our womb, that can heal anything and everything, that gives birth to our reality, and that has the power to rebirth ourselves from our trauma self to our higher self. And if you're aware, we are currently in the middle of a great spiritual awakening. While it's often called a divine feminine awakening, it's actually a divine union awakening. Because if it's just a divine feminine awakening, well, where's the divine masculine? Mind, body, masculine, feminine, we are both and. It is a divine union awakening. So the other root of anger is we are the only ones who can emasculate ourselves. Our inner masculine being our mind, who is the navigator of our Shakti, our inner feminine, into all the numbness and the armor and the stuckness, all the anger. We need our mind, our Shiva, our masculine, to guide us into what we need to feel to heal so that we can rebirth ourselves. Because this great spiritual awakening is a rebirth for Mother Earth. It's actually a rebirth for the universe. We're not the only planet undergoing this ascension. And it's super exciting times. And we also cannot live in delusion with a veil over our eyes, pretending that we don't have to do any inner work, that we are just going to magically ascend and all of our karma, all of our pain, all of our suffering, traumas and wounds are just going to be magically wiped clean. Because in order to give birth to a new reality, a new earth, a higher timeline, it begins with us. It begins with what we individually are giving birth to. Now, with all that anger stored in our womb, armoring our hearts, keeping us stuck in conditional love, that is still the 3D lower timeline, lower state of consciousness, trauma self, lower Garden of Eden. Unconditional love is our higher self, higher consciousness, higher Garden of Eden. So to give birth to unconditional love, well, we have to transmute all that anger because anger keeps us stuck in conditional love. So we have to feel into all the ways we have oppressed ourselves by giving away our power to the false systems, to the shitty sex education, the toxins and the tampons and pads, to the programming, to the abuse, by not standing in our power, by not having a voice, masculine center of expression, by not saying no to the unconscious modern version of sex, which is laced with anger and is quite a violent act. It's because our Shiva wasn't there to go, wait, no, this doesn't feel good. And he can only say that if he's receiving feedback from his feminine counterpart, your body, Shakti. But if they're disconnected, if they're divorced, there's no communication going on there. So Shakti keeps feeling the pain of all those traumas, all that anger. And Shiva hangs on to all the stories attached to those trauma and anger. And then they're blaming and projecting their anger on one another, angry at the masculine for oppressing us feminine. And then the masculine angry at the feminine for emasculating him. When deep down, I am the only one who can oppress me. I am the only one who can emasculate me. I am the only one that I can be angry at. Because being angry at the system who sold you this, that you bought into, consciously or unconsciously, it doesn't matter. And that's where the anger is. You gave your power away. You did not stand in your power. So both your masculine and feminine gave their power away, didn't stand in their power, and now feel oppressed and emasculated and angry at the current reality. The only way we can change it is by rebirthing ourselves, by transmuting that anger. So I'll invite you to join me to meet this powerful practice that is fun, that I'm going to share with you so you can remember how to transmute the deepest, darkest fears, traumas, and emotions with fun and love and joy. Because that's what healing is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. That's what we're here for. So this practice, womb Kriyas, that I gave birth to, is not just a self-healing practice. It's not just an ascension practice to embody your higher self, to access it by clearing those pathways of consciousness in your body to your higher consciousness. It's also my creative expression. It's my dance. It's my ritual. It's my prayer. It's my daily chiropractic adjustment. It's my medicine. It's my sacred union with Mother Earth and the Divine Mother. So it's my absolute honor and pleasure to invite you to celebrate my birthday, my rebirth day, in a practice that my soul came here to birth, because nothing brings me more joy than guiding you home to your womb, your inner healer, your Shiva, your masculine container, helping you remember how to marry those two again, restoring that divine union connection between your mind and body and your masculine and feminine, so that you can return home, embodying your higher self, embodying your higher consciousness, and expressing from that embodied higher version of you, so that your frequency is what gives birth to the new reality, the new earth, the higher timeline. That is what we came here to do. This is our soul mission, to rebirth ourselves. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, celebrating with me. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask. If you have not attended a womb Kriya ceremony yet, do not forget that your first one is free. It's my absolute gift to you so that you can experience it, because words do not do it justice. You have to feel it to truly receive it and experience it and know what I'm talking about. If you desire to join me on Friday evening before my birthday, my husband and I are offering a special ceremonial book reading of somatophobia, where we will be guiding you on a journey into feeling what this ascension journey looks like and feels like, and how you can prepare yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, sexually, spiritually, and energetically. So sisters, I look forward to celebrating with you next weekend. Have a beautiful day. If you have any questions, I am here for you every step of the way of your journey home to you. Thank you. I love you.